Hey guys, welcome to the DCS F18. We are going to do a abbreviated cold start tutorial, more of my personal flow for the DCS F18. As you can see, it is raining outside and is quite loud on this carrier, so we are going to shut the canopy. As the canopy is closing, we are going to turn our battery to the on position. Now at this point, a lot of guys will do the fire test A and fire test B. And if you like to do that, go ahead, but I find it makes no difference and it keeps you from having to cycle the bleed air after startup. We are going to turn our APU on and wait for that green ready light to illuminate. Our green light has illuminated. We are going to crank the right engine and watch the IFE. We are waiting for 20%. There it is. Introduce fuel. Now, I've heard you crank the right engine first because it powers the hydraulics, but I find in DCS it does not really matter. I could be wrong. So as our engine is spooling up, it should stabilize around 65–70%. I like to set my bingo to 5,000.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Just to get it all the way. And now crank the left engine, and as it's going to 20%, I turn my left DDI to day, right DDI to day, depending on time, of course. There's 20%. Introduce fuel. My MFD, brightness as desired, my HUD, brightness as desired, and my HMD as desired. Now, you would want to watch to make sure everything stabilizes. I find, again, in DCS, engines are fairly reliable. So both engines are on. Go to our left console. OBOG's on. We are going to reset the FCS. Rudder trim to takeoff. We can go up to our exterior lights, formation, position as desired. Make sure our switch is in the on position. Hook bypass, we are on a carrier, so carrier, landing lights, we can put on. Flaps where they are, anti-skid off, launch bar retract, and we just kind of go through that. I leave my parking brake on until alignment is complete. Come over to the right console, radar to OPR, INS to CV since we're on the carrier, and to our MFD, we'll click stored heading. Now, our INS will be aligning. Again, this is something that you can skip by going to your INS and selecting IFA, but I find it is just easier to align it yourself, and then you do not have the master caution going off when you're trying to take off. But that's just me. On the MFD, I double click this middle button here to get rid of the map, which is virtually impossible to read. Maybe one of you guys have figured it out, but I personally don't like it. My dispenser, I like to select bypass, ECM, into, I believe it's receive, and RWR on. On my left DDI, I like to bring up the FCS page just to make sure we don't have any errors going on. My UFC, data link on, This ensures that you will not have friendly fire incidents on the Growling Sidewinder server. And IFF on. On my right DDI, bring up the checklist, and we are on a carrier, so you want to set your elevator trim. There is a chart for this based on weight, which your weight will be right here, but I find 16 typically works. Attitude indicator, you want to uncage, and you can use just your mouse scroll wheel button to do so, and align it with the horizon. Altimeter on the carrier, 80 feet, and you can look in your HUD to ensure that. Coming to the right, arm our ejection seat, and interior lighting as, again, desired. I always like to arm my harness. It makes no difference, but I like to do it. Okay. Now, on the carrier, most likely you will have wheel chocks.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Remove the wheel chocks.
Copy.
Wings, we are
Wheel
clear.
chocks are now removed.
We can select the spread position and they will go down. Now it's a really cool update they did that not a lot of people will notice, but they added the beer cans. So once they're folded, you can lock them and the beer cans fall into place. Wings are locked. Come down to our MFD, we can see that our alignment is okay. And we just select IFA. Get on our wheel brakes. Take our parking brake off. And we are ready to taxi. Now, the final thing I like to do is come to the checklist, and DCS is cool, F18 is cool. It gives you a checklist. So controls, make sure they're free and correct. Wings, make sure they're spread and locked. Trim, either set for field or set for the carrier. Flaps for takeoff, set to half. Hook is retracted, harness is locked. We don't have any annunciator lights, and our ejection seat is armed. So that's it. I hope this video gives you guys an idea on how to develop your own personal flow, and it is always okay to use a checklist. Hope you guys have a good day.